Hey, I'm Chelsea Amber. I'm a Christian recording artist and a new mom. I had a baby almost 9 months ago, and since then I haven't really done a whole lot of singing, a little bit here and there, maybe one song at a time, but I have some bookings coming up next month. It'll be my first time performing live since becoming a new mom, and so I really need to get my voice back into shape. So in this video, I'll be sharing 5 things that I'm doing to get ready for those gigs, to get my voice back into shape, up and running again. I'm also on the tail end of a cold, so I'll be using these to kind of, rehab a little bit from that. Now, this video is by no means an extensive, exhaustive list. There are lots of other things. These are just the things that are working for me. So I'd love to know in the comments, if you're a singer, what are some things that you've done to help strengthen your voice after a break? Number 1 is introducing consistency back into my schedule. My goal is to do a vocal rehearsal for about 30 minutes a day, Monday to Friday. It's 5 days a week. I did hear that it's best to do 4 to 5 days a week and then let your voice rest. So my plan is to do Monday and Friday, let my voice rest over the weekend. Now, in all honesty, I didn't get to all 5 days this week. I got Monday to Thursday in, but that's okay for me. Aiming for 5 and getting 4, that's still great. That's still a lot more consistent than what I've been for the last 9 months. Number 2 is a daily warm-up. So each day I start with kind of waking up all 3 resonators. I'll explain what I mean by that. But I'm using the worshipvocalist.com Sunday morning warm-up exercises for that. And Charmaine, the creator of the website, walks you through how to kind of warm up each of these resonators. If you're new to singing, what I mean by that is we have our chest voice that lends itself to sounds more like, yeah, buh, buh, buh. And then we have our head voice, which is more of a classical sound, like, wee, coo, 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 coo. And then we have our pharyngeal resonator, and that sounds more like, wah, no, 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 no. It's important to have all 3 of those in your warm-up. So here are the exercises I did this week. I'm just at the tail end of a cold, so I'm going to take it easy. I don't have a sore throat. You shouldn't sing with a sore throat, but I do have a little bit of a stuffy nose, which I think it's okay to sing with a bit of a stuffy nose. So I'm just going to take it easy and do the worshipvocalist.com Sunday morning workup, or warm-up, I should say. Ba 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 ba. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Nay, 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 nay. No. No, no, no. Wah. Wah, 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 wah. Wah. Wah, 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 wah. So now that I'm all warmed up, I'm going to use the rest of my practice time to sing through the songs that I'll be doing in my upcoming gigs. Number 3, I took a voice lesson. It's the first one I've taken in almost a year. My vocal teacher is Ben Waits. He operates through the Brett Manning Singing Studios, and we do our voice lessons over Skype. Here is a little clip of our lesson. I love you, Lord, for your mercy never fails me.
Okay, I'm loving it. Give me more space in the mouth vertically.
I love you, Lord, for your mercy never fails me.
Okay, what'd that feel like?
It was easier.
Yeah. Yeah. So the thought is, I had a professor in college tell me this, and it has stuck with me all through the years. The tongue is flat, fat, and forward. Because even though we're narrowing it, like we don't like these kind of things, but keeping it narrow but long, and that tongue out of down and out of the way, it just gives so much space for all that sound to go and do its thing. I found the lesson super encouraging. It turns out my voice wasn't in as bad a shape as I thought it was, so yay for that.
We also not only addressed the coordinations that I needed to start practicing again, but we also addressed some baggage that I had kind of floating around in the back of my head. You know, when people say things to you in the past and then it kind of, you know, you hear those voices as you're singing. I don't know if I'm assuming I'm not the only one that struggles with that. So we addressed some of that because those kind of negative comments from the past were keeping me from being able to fully kind of let go and really go for it. So I really appreciated even just the mindset reset from that lesson. Number 4 was to revisit my inspiration. I find I really need to get excited about my goals. That helps me be motivated to go for them. So there are a couple ways that I've been doing that. The first is looking up certain accounts on Instagram. Brett Manning's Singing Success. They've got a great Instagram account. The Worship Vocalist, and then also Stevie Mackey. He posts these video clips on Instagram of his students singing, and they are incredible, and it just gets me excited again. So I would suggest checking out those Instagram accounts. There are lots more, so if you know of any Instagram accounts that I should follow for inspiration, then leave them down in the comments so I can check them out. The second thing is also just checking out some live footage of singers on YouTube that I admire, singers whose technique I want to emulate in my own style. So that can be a little tip for you too. If you are looking to get excited about singing again, look for singers that have a similar voice to you and a similar style and watch their videos and get excited again. And you can also kind of listen to the different techniques that they're using. And number 5, lastly, is drinking lots of water. If I'm going to be working out my voice more, then I need to make sure that I stay hydrated. Like any other, you know, muscle coordination, you got to stay hydrated. I actually have an app on my phone to keep track of that, and that has really helped too, to make sure that I'm getting enough water during the day. So those are the 5 things that I'm doing to rebuild my singing voice after a long break and after coming out of a cold. If you've got tips for me or anyone else watching this video, then definitely leave them in the comments, as well as any suggestions of Instagram accounts or YouTube channels that we should check out for inspiration. Thanks so much for tuning in. I would love to stay in touch. So if you enjoy encouraging devotionals, then I want to invite you to sign up for my 5 days of encouragement. You can go to chelseaamber.com/5days, where you will get uplifting devotionals and free music downloads sent straight to your inbox. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next video.